So since moving to the Netherlands from America, something that has always shocked me is how healthy people here look. And to be honest, I do think there's more to the story than just the bikes. And side note, shout out to my mans over there at Not Just Bikes for holding it down. Man, he be having some good videos. Let me go ahead and say that all these things that I'm gonna name are just my personal observations being an American living here in the Netherlands. So look, if I get any of it wrong, look, pull up after you hit that subscribe button and pull up in the comments. The first reason that I believe the Dutch are healthier would have to be mobility, because look, everyone's on bikes, everyone's walking, being mobile works. I mean, in so many of my videos, I have pointed out how you just see older people biking or even rollerblading. I saw a dude in Starbucks pull up, and I shared this in the membership, so if you're not a part of the membership, go ahead. I shared in the membership a video of the dude pulling up. He had to be over 60, rollerblading in a Starbucks. But that is normal here. You see it all the time. Matter of fact, another example is one of the cafes that I work at. A lot of times, there's a guy who comes in every day, well over 80. He rides his bike to the cafe. Pimp. Man, I cannot stress this enough because you're seeing it every day. These older people, these seniors are just so mobile, because in the States, it is not like that at all. And yet it is completely normal here. And one of the reasons it's normal here is because a lot of these people grow up and they're growing up mobile. Like, they're growing up riding when they're like 1. And you think I'm joking, but I'm not. My son was like that. But yeah, they're riding when they're like 1. They're walking everywhere. A lot of people are not just sitting in cars. I'm telling you, mobility plays a huge role in your health. I mean, you can get well over 10,000 steps a day just by just going about your day. It's just a normal thing. Obviously, this has a lot to do with infrastructure and the city being just more walkable, versus in the States, it's just not like that. Whoa, man, look how, wow, today is nice. Completely different. Wow, look at that view, man. And I don't need my gloves today? Pimp, come on. Today is a sauce day. Wow, it's nice. Look at that view over there. Man, it's nice. I'm about to start sweating. I overdressed. And now another reason that the Dutch might be more healthier than Americans would have to be the food. And now it is no secret that the amount of preservatives and just pure trash and garbage that they are putting in their food in the States has contributed to a lot of Americans being unhealthy. And then you throw in the fact that it is extremely hard to actually find good veggies or basically good produce just randomly. Not everywhere has a Whole Foods. And I mean, look, pimp, look, I'm gonna let you know right now, we don't got no Whole Foods here. I mean, every grocery store is a Whole Foods. And then I wish I was making this up, because one of the things I said back when I was in Detroit, I made a video and I said in the video that you have to look for healthy food in the States. It's like you playing Marco Polo with healthy food over there, unless you're willing to pay an arm and a leg to get just basic healthy food. But over here, it's not the case. It's at every corner. I mean, literally, it's at every grocery store. Which is why we don't even mess with Whole Foods and Air One. That was another one. That was a big one in LA. That was crazy expensive. And these are super popular stores in the States because they provide healthy food, and they're crazy expensive, which are both popular grocery stores in the States, but the price of the food is it's a bit pricey, especially that Air One. Air One bottle of water be $7. I wish I was joking. So now, besides the terrible things that they put in food over there, that's extremely common, you'll also notice that the serving of the food, the portions of the food are, it's a lot, man. And these portion sizes are no joke in the States. That's why when you finish eating, you feel all heavy and slow and sluggish. The portion sizes are ridiculous. Versus over here, 1, the portion sizes are pretty standard. And then 2, a lot of people don't, they don't overeat. I don't know how to explain it, but I have noticed that a lot of people here don't overeat. Matter of fact, even if they don't finish the food, they don't even take it home. A lot of times, a lot of people don't take their food home. And now this is just my observation, so let me know if I'm tripping or if I'm wrong. Let me move out the way before I get hit by the bike. You know what, I was actually going the wrong way. I was going that way, but I wanted to go this way. But dang, getting lost in the sauce, man. Oh snap, look, the sun out. All those people over there right there. Because that sun's beaming this way. Something else I've noticed when it comes to like the food, I noticed the dieting is different too. Like it's very like, I don't know how to explain it, but you could see that people eat a lot of fruits, people eat a lot of vegetables. Like it's very basic. I'd never heard of anybody like counting calories or like macro, I don't know, all these crazy things that people are doing in the States these days. I noticed it's very basic here. I'm being dead serious, I've never heard anything just crazy like I've heard in the States when it comes to dieting and all this other stuff. Never heard it. Just basic fruits, basic vegetables. I have heard a lot of people say that they're cutting back on sugar or something like that, but that's about it. like I never heard of like people counting macros and stuff versus like, I remember that was like a thing like in the States when I was there. It's crazy, counting calories and all this. Like it's so basic here. People are healthier, people are also just happier, and they're not, a lot of people aren't tired. Like, I don't know how to explain this because you'll only notice it if you go to the States, but you'll notice that people are not happy there, and also people are very sluggish and very tired, and they seem like they're run down. Yeah, it's a bit sad, man. I don't even know how else to explain it. But yeah, again, just from my observation, it seems like the diet is very, very basic. And I mean, to the point where, look, I'm not gonna lie, my son be asking to eat Hafersloff in the morning. Because his friends eat it. Hey. Like legit just bread with like hazelnut and sprinkle. Whoa, man, that sun is crazy. Dang, sun is hot. And a few months back, I read somewhere that having strong social connections actually reduces stress. And the reason I bring this up is because stress plays a huge role when it comes to not just your mental health, but just your overall health, both physical and mental. Which brings up another good point of why the Dutch are healthier than Americans, and it has to do with their values. Because while most Americans value mostly like stuff and everything that kind of doesn't matter, the Dutch don't roll like that. They make sure I don't get hit by a bike. Because you see, they value friendships, their time, their family. And it's not to say that the Dutch don't work hard or anything like that, or they don't value their job. No, it's not that. It's just that when it comes to a list of priorities, those things are usually at the bottom. Plus, they work extremely hard as well. The difference though is that when it comes to work, the Dutch usually have a really solid separation between the two. Meanwhile, in the States, this is why it's okay for somebody to just go online, make a video telling you that you lazy because you not working 100 hours a week. I wish I was joking, but I've seen so many videos like this posted, and these videos get millions of views. And you read the comments, and everybody's like, yeah, let's go 100 hours a week. Nah, you need to work 25 hours a day. Like, it is insane to me. And man, it's gotten so bad that you're having like 15-year-olds saying this stuff like, oh, if you ain't working 20-hour days, you ain't hustling, you ain't getting to the bag. Man, I wish somebody would come up to me today and tell me that I need to be working 100 hours. Man, I wish they would, like a tree up in this piece. If someone came up to me and said that, they getting slapped. I'm sorry. Look, because I've been there. I did that life. I did my nickel. I ain't going back. And not for nothing, after being here for 4 years, I'm not gonna lie, that is the best way to go. Have a healthy separation and set boundaries between your job and your actual life, because your life is not really your job. That's just me. I'm just super saying. Pull up in the comments if I said it wrong. But even for me, I am not my job. Me personally am not my job. And I've grown to learn that that is actually okay. I can prioritize my family, my friends, and like spending time with them a little bit more versus the opposite of spending more time at work and putting more of my life into work. So when I'm working, I'm killing it. I'm giving it 100% and I'm being efficient with it. But when it's time to go, look, I'm out. Because now I understand that it don't matter if I'm killing it at work if I'm not killing it at home. And now look, for those who don't understand what I mean by killing it, I'm just basically talking about putting in just as much effort at work as I do at home and vice versa. That's all. We ain't killing nobody. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was nice. I was just walking by and someone gave me a little heart and I was like, oh, thanks. And honestly though, this is something that's really important to me because I had a hard time with this when I was living in the States, especially when I was working my last job. I had a really, really tough time with this. I would put so much effort and so much of myself into work and into everything else that anything that had to do with work, I was putting 1,000% in. But then when I go home, maybe like, 20%. And that's terrible. Not anymore, because I see long term that's not sustainable. Plus, my health comes before. Plus, too, your job could legit look up one day and just fire you. After you just put in 1,000% and was slacking off at home and in your relationships. And again, I think it plays a significant role in the Dutch being healthier than Americans. I'm just super saiyan, man. Just super saiyan. Holy cow, it is hot. Man, I'm getting so hot. Dang. Gotta open up my jacket. Oh, man. But look how pretty it turned out to be. Man, wow. What a gorgeous day. Jeez. Wow. Wow. And something that is a bit of a trip would have to be that the US has this huge market of medication. They're also really, really good when it comes to like health care. Not the healthcare system, but the quality of healthcare in the US is top notch. But for some reason, you have the most depressed, the most loneliest, as well as the most people on ADHD medication. Like, it's just, it blows my mind. I don't know why or how it got there. Something that I will never understand is why there are so many people who are depressed and on medication for depression and ADHD versus a lot of other countries. This is like non-existent. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but what I'm saying is not nearly to the level of like what I thought it was. I thought this was like a normal thing. I thought that no matter where you went, you would see people with the same problems because people are the same. But no, it is not like that at all. Like America versus the Netherlands. When you compare the data, it is mind-blowing how different it is. I'm not saying that people here don't have issues or have these problems, but there is a clear difference between a place like America that has everything at their fingertips, everything you can consume, you can get anything any time of the day. A place like this is one of the most depressing places to live, and it's only getting worse. But also something else that my friend also told me was that they're not rushing to like medicate everybody, you know what I mean? Like it's not like in the States. I think that does play a role in how healthy they are. I mean, that's just me, that's my opinion. I'm gonna just go ahead and super say that. And now for me, I have definitely been doing a couple of things a bit different just so that I can definitely get on the more of the healthier side of living. I mean, one of them being eating less portions and being, honestly, just being mindful of not like filling myself up all the time. I've also been mindful of just making sure I get out and staying mobile because, man, I ain't gonna lie, seeing seniors out hugging the block like they do, huge motivator. like if I can see a dude that's in his 60s roll up in some rollerblades, there's nothing that I can't do. Nothing. And then lastly, just keeping my priorities in check because I do kind of slip up sometimes and get sucked into work and all this other stuff when honestly I should be spending more time with my friends and my family, and especially my kids while they're the age that they are. And that also helps me stay mobile too because they are some firecrackers, man. They are all over the place. So not for nothing, I kind of need to stay healthy so I can keep up with them. man, cool, because I know, look at that, man. Wow, that sun is like beaming on the cathedral. Holy cow. Dang. I'm like shocked at how freaking sunny it is. A little chilly, but sunny. Oh, there go the bells. Oh, loud bells, man. No, nothing, man. I do like the bells. I do.